Dobar dan, dragi učenici i dobrodošli. Ja sam Snježana Pavić i danas ću biti vaša učiteljica engleskog jezika i danas ćemo razgovarati o prijateljstvu. So today we'll talk about friendship. Ono što očekujemo da ćete moći znati na kraju današnje lekcije je sljedeće. Dakle, dati savjet na temu prijateljstva, govoriti o prijateljstvu koristeći neupravni govor i pokazati razumijevanje pročitanog teksta na temu prijateljstva. For the tasks in this lesson, you will need your notebook, your pencil, and a device with internet access. So let's talk about friendship, about friends, and about BFF. Think about these questions. Who is your best friend? Why is somebody your best friend? What special qualities does he or she have? And do you find it easy to make new friends? BFF is a term for someone's best friend or a close friend, and this acronym BFF became popular as a quick way for friends while messaging on the computer or sending a text message on cell phones. Before you answer the question, who is your best friend, have a look at these circles. Well, not all friendships are the same, and you can be close friends with one person, just acquaintances with another, and best friends with yet another. So fill in the names of people you know in each of the circles. Pause the video and copy the circles into a notebook. And why is somebody your best friend? Let's do it together. Is it because you get on well? Do you have any other reason? Because you get on well and because this person makes you feel happy? Anything else? Probably he or she listens to you. And because this person sticks around when things get tough. And this is the person you can trust. And the two of you have a lot in common. And you can talk about anything. And this person supports you. All of these are good reasons why somebody is your best friend. And here we have some qualities. And what qualities are most important to you in a friend? Which of these special qualities does your friend have? Is he or she trustworthy, considerate, supportive, good at listening, funny, helpful? And the fourth question was, do you find it easy to make new friends? How actually to make friends with somebody? So here are some simple things that you can do. You can simply say hello. You don't have to have a long conversation. Just find out what this person likes to talk about. And then ask what his or her name is and tell yours. And share your hobby or interest. Don't stick to things you don't like. Stick to the things that you like. What advice would you give to a person who wants to make friends with somebody? And how to give advice? We were talking about giving advice in previous lessons. So let's revise. Here are some expressions that you can use to give advice. Why don't you? You'd better. How about? Maybe you should. Maybe you shouldn't. I advise you to. And if I were you, I would. And here on the left, we have got some things that you can do to make friends. So give advice, use these little things, and use these expressions. So the first one, simply say hello. Well, you could say, why don't you simply say hello? Then the next one, don't have a long conversation. And the advice? Maybe you shouldn't have a long conversation. Then find out what this person likes to talk about. Now, which of these expressions would you use? For example, I advise you to find out what this person likes to talk about and ask what his or her name is. This time we could choose, if I were you, I would. So, if I were you, I would ask what his or her name is. And share your hobby or interest. And we have, how about you share your hobby or interest? And the last one, don't stick to things you don't like. And a possible advice, you shouldn't stick to things you don't like. And a bit more about making friends. Friendships are wonderful relationships that can last a lifetime. Let's together create a list on each side of the yellow rose for ways that you can make friends and ruin friendships. So please copy this rose and copy these two titles into your notebooks, and copy these words and expressions under one of the two titles. So here we have selfishness, respect, manipulation, have fun together, jealousy, disloyalty, keep your promises, dishonesty, play fair. So stop the video and copy these words and expressions in your notebook. And here we have even more words and expressions. Accept criticism, keep personal information confidential, be kind, possessiveness, be empathetic, give compliments, admit and apologize. So this is the list that you probably have. These are the words and expressions on the left side and this one on the right side. So let's discuss some of these terms. What is selfishness? Well, selfishness is focusing on ourselves and wanting our way, and it will eventually ruin a friendship. Then manipulation. You should never use or manipulate a friend to get what you want. Possessiveness. Attempting to limit the other person's friendships will actually ruin the relationship. Jealousy. Trying to control our friends in an attempt to keep them is not a sign of love. Criticism. If we continually find faults with our friends, we will drive them away. And disloyalty. Distrust drives people away and they separate. It destroys the friendship. And the last one, dishonesty. When we try to cover up the ways that we have failed, our friend, instead of admitting what we did wrong, we are being dishonest. And now let's talk about things that can make a friendship bloom. Well, a true friend is someone who accepts you for who you are and respects you. And a true friend plays fair and is kind to you. And what does it mean to be empathetic? Well, imagine your friend has got a bad grade in a test. And even though you got a good grade on this test, you remember what it is like to get a bad grade. So you may say something like, I'm so sorry about your grade. I know how hard you studied and how disappointed you must feel. A true friend gives compliments. And the only thing better than receiving a compliment is giving one.
Why? Because a compliment makes you smile, because a compliment increases self-esteem and it makes you feel good. A true friend admits and apologizes. So admit your mistakes and let your friend know that you will not repeat them. You may say something like, I know I let you down. I'm sorry. I don't know what I was thinking. And then a true friend keeps promises, and true friends have fun together. And one more thing, well, remember to keep personal information confidential. Why? Because true friendship means you are able to count on one another.
And who this little fellow is? Well, this is Winnie the Pooh. And Winnie the Pooh has many wonderful quotes about friendship, including, "A day spent with you is my favorite day. So today is my new favorite day." And in 1997, the United Nations named Winnie the Pooh as the world's ambassador of friendship. The traditional color for friendship is yellow, which is why yellow roses are associated with friendship, and which is why today I'm wearing yellow. Now please pause the video, copy this bit.ly address into your browser, and read the text about friendship. And you can see on the right side you have two tasks. The first one, please do before reading the text, and then the second one after reading the text. Every friendship is unique. Now, your following task is to interview two sets of friends or two pairs of friends and find out what makes their friendship special. So copy the following into a notebook and complete. So write their names, the first set of friends, when did they become friends, what they have in common, what they like about each other, and what their secret to a strong friendship is. And your task now is to report about the pairs to your class or to your teacher. So first report about the pairs, and then report about each individual in a pair. Be careful with the pronouns and with verbs and how to change direct speech into indirect speech. And here we are, the checklist. So what can you do now? Can you name some qualities of a good friend? Can you give advice about making friends? Can you report about friendship? Put a tick. But this is not the end of today's lesson. We still have bell poetry, wristbands, or bracelets. Well, these are all a popular way to honor friends on a friendship day. Why don't you do something yourself? You still have a lot of time before July. Here is a link to a YouTube video, do it yourself, plastic bracelets. Well, you can use plastic bottles and make your bracelet at home with this easy tutorial and give it to your friend as a gift or as a friendship bracelet. Or if you are poetic and if you like writing poetry, well, you can write a poem in which you appreciate your friendship. Now that's all for today. Remember to take care of your friends. Why don't you send a message right now that will make them smile? Bye-bye.